Melissa Jackson. I'm here tonight because the city of La Junta is refusing to release a complaint involving serious concerns inside the police department. And the public is being denied transparency on a matter that directly impacts public safety leadership. I submitted a Colorado Open Records Act request and for complaints from Officer Moore and Shelton Chuchik regarding Chief of Police Gary Todd Quick. The record at issue is a formal complaint submitted to Human Resources by these sworn officers raising concerns about safety within the police department, leadership, and fitness for duty. This is not speculation. This is a documented internal complaint submitted through official channels to Human Resources by sworn officers. It is also important to note that multiple other officers have raised related concerns, and there is a growing public concern about how these issues have been handled and why the records are being withheld. The public is asking for answers, and those answers are not being provided. I am also raising serious concerns about how these matters have been handled, including a potential conflict of interest involving Chief of Police Gary Todd Quick and Human Resources Director Dawn Block. The public has a right to know who is involved in reviewing or controlling access to public records. That directly involves the leadership of the police department and whether these relationships affect transparency. It is also important to note that the City of La Junta city attorney resigned prior to the request, raising additional questions about who is providing legal oversight and what legal authority is being used to justify withholding a complaint involving sworn officers and public safety concerns. The city has refused to release the record and has only cited legal counsel as a reason. No statute has been identified. No exemption under Colorado Open Records Act has been cited. No explanation has been provided for whether this record exists in full, in part, or whether any portion can be released. This is not compliance with Colorado law. Under CRS 2472-201, public records are presumed open unless specific exemptions apply. Under CRS 2472-204, the city is required to provide lawful basis when denying records. A vague reference to legal counsel does not meet the legal standard. I also want to address the seriousness of what is contained in the complaint. The officers raised concerns related to safety and fitness for duty within the police department. When fitness for duty is questioned in law enforcement leadership position, it is not a minor internal issue, it's a public safety issue. In general terms, cognitive impairment, including conditions such as dementia, can significantly affect judgment, decision-making, situational awareness, and the ability to safely perform high responsibility leadership duties. In law enforcement, those duties include supervising officers in the field, making crucial decisions under pressure, and ensuring the safety of both officers and the public. Because of that, any credible fitness for duty concern must be taken seriously and addressed through proper formal evaluation procedures. If sworn officers raise such concerns in official complaint, those concerns should not be ignored or hidden. They should be reviewed, evaluated, and handled through lawful and appropriate processes. What should not happen is those concerns are buried from the public view while public is left unaware that they were ever raised. If the police chief is in a position where fitness for duty is being questioned, the public has a right to know. That issue is being properly evaluated and that there's no issue. Transparency could make that clear. If evaluation is underway, that should also be handled appropriately. Either way, scrutiny is not the answer, or secrecy is not the answer. Instead, the response from the city has been silence, denial, without clear legal basis. I have repeatedly asked for statutory exemptions being relied upon and whether any portion of this complaint can be released. I have received no response. That is not transparency. That is not accountability, and it undermines
Time.
public trust in how internal
That's
safety
time, ma'am. Thank you.
And here's the rest. You guys can have that as well.
Thank you. I guess that is louder than I thought it was.